Hello and good evening from Laguna Beach, California. My name is Mark Hefferan, and I own and operate Art Cellars here in downtown Laguna Beach. Right on Pacific Coast Highway, in fact. So if you're in the area, you're buzzing through Orange County, and you want to visit a beautiful city. Laguna Beach was established back in the 30s as one of the finest art colonies in the country. And it's a tremendous place to visit. It's been a tremendous place to live. And it's been even it's indescribable to be able to have my business here, my gallery here, my family here, and be able to spend as much time I have here. I feel really blessed. So I want to bring you into our, I guess, little bubble here for the next 30 minutes and teach you and assist you in understanding, I guess, the ins and outs of buying a piece of artwork for a collection that you're trying to establish, and actually kind of the do's and don'ts of walking into a gallery and making sure you walk out feeling like, that you got a good deal. You hang it on your wall and you feel like, wow, that's a good quality piece of art. I got a good deal on it. And I'm excited, you're excited, the family, it's just a good thing all the way around. So that's my goal tonight. I brought you one artist who we've been working with now for about 3 years. He's established as one of the top graphic artists currently in the world. And I'm proud to say he's my friend. And so being my friend, being a wonderful artist, being a great talent, I'm excited to bring him to the program tonight. So with that being said, I want to talk a little bit first about the collecting aspect of art, okay? And I'll try to make this brief and quick. You just moved into your house, or you did a remodel. You're looking for some things for the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, the kids' bedrooms, et cetera, okay? And listen, the house is 2,000 square feet. Well, that probably gives you, I don't know, 8,000 square feet, 8,000 square feet of wall space, or 6,000. I mean, there's a lot of walls going on. And again, what I want to try to get across to you tonight is I brought some paintings with me, big paintings that'll look beautiful in the home. But you can also get these from me, which has never been done before, in limited editions. And I mean real limited. But something like a 4-by-6 foot piece of art. Okay, that's kind of my sweet spot. I love to do that because there's always that big wall in someone's home, and they're like, "What are we going to put there?" Right? So you go into any one of the big ones, Z Gallery, Pottery Barn, TJ Maxx, any of them, Ethan Allen. Try to find a 5-by-7 footer. That's a big piece of art, but that's what you need in those certain spaces. It just doesn't look right putting a little teeny tiny thing there. So that's going to be a big part of our show tonight, is trying to cover that hole for no uncertain terms, the big blank space. All right. So let's get on to Eduardo. Graduated art school, 1973-74, New York School of Visual Arts. For some of you out there in TV land that have followed art or took art and art history in college or what have you, in the 70s, that was a really, really important time in New York when it came to the art movement, okay? You had such artists coming out at that time as Andy Warhol, Peter Max, Leroy Neiman, Lichtenstein. It was a huge, huge development in the art business back in the 70s in New York. And fortunately, the artist that we have tonight, Eduardo, he is from that era, 1974. In fact, so much so, he went to the same art school at the same time with Keith Haring. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but a challenge here for all you techies, okay? I know everybody has their phone, okay? Google Keith Haring just for fun. Our time is short with the show, so I don't have time to do all this. So through the show, I'm going to intermittently say, hey, Google this. And if you have a minute, do it. I think you'll find that the information I'm going to be giving to you is something that you might use in the future. And more importantly, I think you'll find just basic interesting. Okay, so again, Keith Haring, and look at his artwork, because I think you'll see the similarities between Keith Haring and Eduardo Bolioli is the Posca marker painting, which is the process that Eduardo has mastered over the last 35 years. And this is you can see behind me, this painting here, this is a Posca marker painting. Okay, so that's a one of a kind. Well, actually not this one, I kind of am giving it away already. This is actually one of those first large reproductions I've ever done. but we'll get to that in a minute. But the actual medium will be Posca marker painting, is what he developed back in the 70s and is to this day still using. He does work for such companies as Corona Beer, Pacifico, Absolute Vodka, Seagram's. Every major surf company in the world has used his images at one time or another. So this is an established, internationally recognized artist that I am really, really excited to share with you tonight. So without any further ado, what I'm going to do is, I think we should talk about the piece right behind me since it's already there, okay? And I should know this because I measured earlier. This piece here is going to be 43 by 67. And that's a pretty good size. Hold on one sec, you guys, I'm caught here. You'll have to excuse us. Oh, sorry. There. So 43, plus I'm going to straighten it out. 43 by 67, okay? So that's 43 inches this way, 67 inches that way. So that's a big piece of art. Framed, matted, signed and numbered by the artist, okay? And that's exactly how it would come to your home. Right like that, framed ready. Now again, I don't want there to be confusion. That is not a painting, okay? Just for everybody's edification. So this is a limited edition. Now there was a painting of that, but I did a limited edition of 10 pieces. That's it. Worldwide, 10 large pieces of that particular image. Okay? But now this is a painting. This is a painting by Eduardo. So it's tough to tell the difference, but there is a difference. This is a one-of-a-kind painting, and then we have the limited edition over there. So let's get into the painting aspects first. I brought 3 or 4 paintings with me here today, and this is where it's going to get interesting when we talk about retail gallery, you know, TV sales, auction value, so on and so forth. And that's what I'm going to try to kind of, I guess, guide you through, okay? Because there's no magic. It's real simple. There's an artist, there's a publisher, and then there's the source that sells it. And in this case, in the art industry, it's going to be a retail fine art gallery, okay? And the good news is we've been established in that market for over 10 years in Laguna Beach, right in the heart of it. And it's given me a great education on how it all operates. So with that being said, what I need is, if Bob would do me a favor. Bob, would you hand me those graphics over there on the table real quick? Yep, there you go. Thanks. I should have had them up here, but I didn't. Thank you. Okay, these are the limited edition pieces that I'm starting with. Now these are 16 by 20 inch, signed and numbered, 25 in the edition. That's 25 worldwide. These are limited edition, hand signed and numbered, giclées on museum paper, and I'm going to show you the images here. Now, remember, these are all from paintings. So this at one time, well, it still is a painting. Actually, a painting owned by a dear friend of mine up in Las Vegas. Let's give him a shout. Hey, Corey, here's your painting. Anyway, there's a 16 by 20 limited edition, signed and numbered. This piece called The Bridge, and you can see just that it's hard. I let you guys decide. I'm not going to tell you how cool it is. I mean, you look at that, it's cool. I think it is. Everybody else seems to think so. So we get a lot of great feedback on Eduardo's work. Now this is pretty cool because I brought the painting to this one today. So that's the painting that we just looked at over on the right-hand side. Okay, that's the painting. This is the limited edition. And again, there's 25 in the edition, signed and numbered, okay, and signed not only in the paper on the artwork, but also on the certificate. Okay, so signed and numbered, limited edition, giclée on museum paper. And I know I haven't told you the price yet because I don't want to yet. Okay, I want to show you what I have, and then we'll talk turkey. Okay. This piece here, this is the one right behind me. This is the small version. 25 in the edition. The title on this is Alfonsina. Alfonsina. So you can see the size of the painting and then dropping down to here. Now these prints in a retail setting, like in the gallery I own in Laguna Beach, on the wall, signed and numbered, limited edition Giclée, framed out the door in a gallery is going to range between about $900 and $1,200 a piece. And I think that's a pretty fair, accurate opinion across the board if you were to walk into a gallery in downtown Chicago, Miami, New York, San Francisco, it doesn't matter. Up and coming, emerging artist, I think that's probably about the number you're going to be looking at. So theoretically, a set of 3 out of a gallery, framed, mind you, you'd be looking probably about $2,800 to $3,500 for the set out the door, okay? So wholesale, and this is where the magic happens, wholesale. So from the artist and the publisher to my gallery, when they sell me artwork, you know, that I put in the gallery, it's normally half off, 50%. So that would be what, $1,500 per would be my cost per piece. So that's $1,500 wholesale gallery. Okay, and then of course I'd mark it up. From that I'd mark it up to retail. You know, $3,000 for the set. Okay, I'm cutting out like 2 degrees of middlemen here. A set of these signed and numbered limited edition to you, the consumer, for my very first opening show with Eduardo nationally, they're going to be $598 for the 3 of them, all 3, okay? And I can't spread them all, but remember, not 1, 3 separate individual pieces. So you're talking about being able to, by the time you frame these up, you know, you put a nice, you know, molding and matting. We have framing available as well, right down below in our design center that we can help you with. But the point I'm making is 3 pieces for the price of what you pay wholesale for 1 in the real world in the art business. So in other words, if you own my gallery and you were buying wholesale prints from a big dealer or publisher, it'd be half. So it'd be $500 per. So what I'm trying to do is assist you in building and starting your first art collection, taking the guesswork out of it, taking the fright. I wonder if we're getting a good deal. I hope it's fair. I want to buy something of quality. I want to buy something that lasts. I want to buy something that when we move from this house or this condo, we just don't throw it away. We take it with us. It has some meaning, some value. And that's what I want to create with you today, is something with meaning and something of value. Okay, and that's important to me. You know, versus the $200 a piece, it's okay. But I figure the 25 lucky people that end up getting a set of these and putting them in their home, they're going to call me back and ask me for more. I know they will. Price probably won't be the same. That, in fact, I can almost promise you, because I'm not going to sell more than 25 sets at that price. But I figured it's a good way to start your collection, create some value, and add to it. So over the course of the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, you can call in on our number anytime, 1-800-669-4855. You can give us a call now, or more importantly, this is a relationship building thing. This is what I'm trying to do, is establish a rapport with my TV audience and customers where through the course of a year, you buy 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 pieces for the house. And at the price point we're at, how can you go wrong? I mean, I have to say that. That'd be difficult. I'd go up against any other company in the country and compare what I have available and what they have available straight across. Signed, numbered, limited edition, Giclée, on museum paper by an up-and-coming emerging artist with a degree from the New York School of Visual Arts and has been a professional painter his whole life, 35 years. That's an opportunity. Okay, let's talk about the paintings now. So anyway, one more time. 3 pieces, $598 for the 3. That includes certificate, appraisal, a letter for your insurance company so you can put it on the policy, okay, and comes ready to be framed. You just take those down and they're ready to be taken care of, or we can assist you here with the design company downstairs. You can call on the phone, the 1-800-669 4855 number you can call, and after we make the transaction, by the way, I want to talk to you, so you're calling me. So I want my phone to ring here in a minute so I can talk to you personally. Maybe you got a question, you have this, maybe we'll put you live on air. I don't know, whatever works with you, but I think it'll be fun. Let's sit down and talk about it. Okay, we're going to take a minute now and get to the part of the show I'm most excited about, which is showing you the actual paintings that we brought from the gallery right up front back to the studio. And I'm really, really excited to be able to go through a handful of these paintings with you and elaborate on them. So we're going to start with the first one right now. I want you to follow me over. The title of it's Buttons. It's 43 by 60 inches. Okay? So come on over. So this is a gallery-wrapped original Posca marker painting, 43 by 60 inches on canvas. So it's a canvas painting. It's gallery-wrapped instead of framed, as you'll be able to tell with some of the other pieces. I did it like this because this goes in certain spaces. I think it works a little bit better. You see a lot of that gallery wrap with the I call it the throwaway art, so to speak, at the big box stores that we mentioned. So I thought, you know, it does look cool, and especially you don't see paintings gallery wrapped a whole lot. And so when I was discussing it with Eduardo, we both thought, hey, let's take a couple of the big paintings and gallery wrap them. So what that means is the painting goes all the way around the edges. So price point, $12.5, $13.5 in the gallery retail price as it sits. And again, this is a piece that we are currently publishing in limited edition. Wholesale on the painting be about $9,500, $9,500. Today, I am happy to bring you an original painting at this price of $7,500, which in the art world, on an up-and-coming emerging artist for a one-of-a-kind painting, that's right about the sweet spot in the middle where I see the market being. So again, 43 by 60, original Posca marker painting. Call me now, we can discuss it. 1-800-669-4855. I actually have my phone now. And let's talk about it. Let's sit down, talk about the frame. Maybe you want it framed, whatever your questions are. Shipping, delivery, payment. Give me a call now, 1-800-669-4855. And I want to add something here, okay? Because if you're doing the house, you're looking for a motif, and this is part of a collection, something that hopefully for years to come is going to be either a starting point of your collection or something you're going to add it to. But I'm also going to throw in a set of the 3 limited edition Giclées, which we talked about earlier, which was about a $3,500 value for $598. Okay, so the 3 pieces I'm throwing in with the painting. For many of you, maybe the painting's a little out of reach. I understand that, but with that being said, that's why I came on with these originally at $598 for the set. There's only 25 in the entire edition, and they're the 3 separate pieces by Eduardo. I need to ask you for a small favor if you'd take a moment. I noticed, I looked over, and Bob was telling me everybody's trying to call me right now. Look, I'd love to talk with you, but I'm right in the middle of something. So do me a favor, call me after the show, and I'll let you know when that is. I'll give you a heads up, a hidey-ho, a smoke signal. But for right now, calm down, as my friend would say, descanso away, okay? 1-800-669-4855. Write that down, and after the show, I'll probably stay about 30 minutes, 45 minutes afterward, and I'll try to get every call in, I promise. And I'll personally be there to talk to you, okay? So let's get back to the second piece of the evening, the second painting. Okay, this is called Spirit Mask. Again, original Posca marker painting. The process was, for no uncertain terms, probably invented back in the early 70s when Eduardo graduated the School of Visual Arts in New York. And at that time, there were artists such as Keith Haring, Lichtenstein, Rauschenberg, all those guys kind of hanging around the scene. So this Posca marker painting that I'm getting ready to show you, this is another one. Now this one's 26 by 48. Let me show this to you. Again, signed by the artist, 2016. So this painting is like a good bottle of wine. It has a couple of years underneath it for for the portfolio. It's a one-of-a-kind, and this is shadow boxed framed. Okay, so instead of the gallery wrap like we had on the other one, this one, as you can see, is shadow box framed. And this is the black molding. I'll get into it later, but normally on anything I have, it can either be black, silver, or gold. That's how I like to roll on the framing on most all the artwork that I deal with here at Art Sellers on DirecTV. So make a note of that. So for future, you'll know that we have that option on most anything. Okay, so as I said, good. Thank you everybody for listening and shutting down the phone call for a minute. We've got about another 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll go ahead and be taking the calls. Our third and final painting of the evening, I think you're really, really going to love this one. The title of it, South Point. It's a 58 by 42 inch gallery wrap painting. That's 58 by 42 inch gallery wrap. No frame, no, that's the art itself. So here, come with me, take a look at this. So this is again, Eduardo Bolioli, Posca marker painting, one of a kind. So let's describe. So Posca marker painting, actually along with acrylic on canvas. So this is canvas. So it's a painting. 58. Okay. Gallery wrap. So the painting goes around the edges. So that's super cool on a contemporary wall. All right. Okay, so retail price. So if this was in my gallery, well, it is in my gallery. So on the wall, I have this at $15,500. Okay, you walk in, we get along, 10, 15% discount. Certainly would never be under 10, guaranteed, no way. So I would say wholesale maybe $11,000, $12,000 off the $15,500. Okay, today, along with the three other paintings, show special today, this painting, $7,500. It's a one-time opportunity. That includes certificate, appraisal, insurance letter, so you can get it on the policy. And again, what we're looking to do is start the collection. Start the collection. And this is a super way to do it. Emerging, up-and-coming, national artist, actually international. He's done work for Absolute Vodka, Corona Beer, Pacifico Beer, all the major surf companies around the world. He was painting on skate decks in 1970 when there were still like rock wheels on the boards, okay? That's a long time ago. So this guy, almost 40 years, Eduardo, actually we're the same age. Yeah, almost 40 years in this business, and certainly it speaks for himself, or speaks for itself. I'm really excited about it. So again, $7,500, $7,500, gallery wrapped, 58 by 43 inch, one of a kind painting. Okay? So what I want to do to wrap up is I want to go over the set that we discussed. And before we close out, I also want to talk about the piece behind me. Okay, let's go ahead and take one last look at South Point acrylic on canvas. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to go over the piece that I brought today, the limited edition giclée on canvas of this original painting, Alfonsina. So what's most important that I want you to know about this painting, so this painting sold off the wall out of the gallery at $15,000 retail price. And then when the painting sold, I talked to Eduardo and I said, hey, I think we should do a limited edition of this piece. And he says, well, isn't that large? And I said, yeah, but nobody's done it. No one's done a 4 by 6 foot or this size format, okay? So what I've done is I've done a limited edition of 10 pieces only worldwide, okay, of this piece, 1 out of 10. Retail, so in the gallery, that hangs right around $3,000 all in, okay? So the painting sold at 15, the limited edition's 3,000, which is about an even price. I had these today for under $1,000. $895 for one of the pieces. There's only 10 worldwide. Identical to this piece. Identical. That's number one. So that one actually is owned by Eduardo. He gets the number one normally. okay? But they'll be number 2 through 10, okay? 2 through 10. $895. Alfonsina, signed and numbered with a certificate of authenticity. So give me a call. Let's talk about it. 1-800-669-4855. Again, 1-800-669-4855. Call me. We'll talk. I'm going to spend probably 30, 45 minutes afterwards taking calls here in the studio. And I want to talk to you. Let's discuss the framing on it. Let's discuss the delivery. Whatever questions you have, we can sit there and work that out. So let's go over this one more time, okay? The Alfonsina behind me, as it sits, $895, full format, boom. The limited edition of 25 sets, signed and numbered by Eduardo. All pieces come with a certificate of authenticity. They all come with an insurance letter. They all come with a current appraisal. Here's the key that I just want to get crystal clear. Nobody, period, nobody I've ever seen in my 35 years of doing this in business is able to sell a piece this size for under $1,000 by an emerging up-and-coming artist, signed and numbered limited edition. It's unheard of. I mean, that's going to be a signature piece in the house. Signature, absolutely. Okay, so give me a call, 1-800-669-4855. I'll be hanging out for an extra 30, 45 minutes after the show, and I really want to meet you. I want to talk to you. And by the way, here, this is funny. Luke, dear friend of mine, bought that piece. So Luke, do me a favor. Call in and tell us about how it's changed your decorum in your home, because I know it's a signature spot. I mean, this piece in a home is beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. In the coming weeks, we're going to have a lot of great shows that we're going to be doing, and I'm excited about that. I'm going to go ahead right now, though, and I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to make my way over to the phone banks, and I'm going to be there for the next 30 to 45 minutes to an hour. I want to meet you. I want to talk to you. I want to take your calls. Ask for me. If I don't answer, say, hey, hold on, I want to talk to Mark. I'm happy to take the time to get to know you, go over what it is you have an interest in. Either one of the pieces that I showed you tonight, any one of the paintings, any one of the Jacquets, the piece in back, remember, limited. Only 9 available on the big Alfonsina at $895. Only 25 suites available on the 16 by 20 inch Jacquet on museum paper, signed by the artist. Okay, so limited. On the paintings, one of a kind. So the 3 paintings that I brought in from the gallery, once they're gone, they're gone. Okay, I think, what do we have, a range from 5,500 up to about 95, I believe, right around there. So that's a really good starting point for your collection, especially at a starting point. And I want to thank you again for tuning in tonight, and I look forward to seeing you at our next show. And with that being said, have a great evening, and remember, what's on your walls? You've got to ask yourself that. What's on your walls? Okay, I look forward to hearing from you. Have a nice evening.